Kink Live at the Bing Lounge. Fitz and the Tantrums, thank you for coming in.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
You know, occasionally there's a buzz that goes around about certain bands, and you definitely have a buzz going. Are you aware of that in the eye of that hurricane, or what's it feeling like?
It's definitely a little hard when you're stuck in a van and you're driving across the country. You don't know if you're making an impact, but we were just up in Seattle a couple days ago, and we sold out a show there, and definitely feeling like something's happening. So it's pretty exciting for all of us to like actually feel that connection with all the hard work we've been doing. So
now you were doing work as a producer and a writer, and what made you decide to get out in front? Was there anything that just clicked for you?
I mean, it's always been my lifelong dream, and until this band came together and we started working on these songs, I never felt like I ever really found my true voice as a singer.
Right.
And as soon as we started writing some of these songs, it just felt magical, and I could tell from people's response that they were just really excited by it. So, you know, decided to roll the dice and go for it. You know.
Well, it's working. How did this whole thing come about?
It all started basically. I got a hold of this crazy old vintage organ called a Conn organ, C-O-N-N, and I started writing the first song that's on the record called "Breaking the Chains of Love." Called my good friend James over here, who I went to college with. We started working, and as soon as we started working on the tracks, we were like, we gotta put a live show together because this is something special. We made a couple phone calls, and you're pretty much looking at what happened as a result of 5 phone calls, and we went into a rehearsal, and it was just clicked. Magic.
Love the magic. So there's some legendary studios in the world that have had some impact on recorded music. Sun Studios in Memphis, Motown's Hitsville studio. There's an Atlantic studio in New York where Ray Charles recorded all of his stuff. Where did you record your album?
We actually, when we first started, we didn't have any money to do any of it. So the only place we could do the record was in my living room.
Yes.
And, you know, it's been sort of our do-it-yourself credo, you know, ever since the beginning. And it turned out to be a great atmosphere to work in. And that room itself just became a real personality on the record and really helped craft the sound of what this record sounded like.
Yeah, it's working. The album is called Picking Up the Pieces. You're playing at Dante's tonight, and we're really looking forward to that show. Now, you just did some work with Daryl Hall. He has a series at his house.
We did. People make the connection that they think we sound pretty similar,
a little bit,
which I'll take because that guy's like
an
amazing singer. And we did an interview with a reporter up in San Francisco, and he made that connection. And then a week later, he was interviewing Daryl. And he said, Daryl, have you heard this new band, Fitz and the Tantrums? The singer sounds a lot like you. Daryl went and listened to the stuff. And a week and a half later, we flew out to do his amazing web TV show called Live from Daryl's House.
It's a great show.
Yeah, and I like it because it's sort of like a do-it-yourself attitude as well. You know, he wanted to do this thing. He started doing it at his home, and now he's got like hundreds of thousands of people that watch him every month on his show. It's pretty exciting.
It's a good deal. Well, thanks for coming in. We want to hear some more. This is Fitz and the Tantrums, Kink Live at the Bing Lounge.